striking new statistic reveals just how unequal consumer spending has become. Households in the top 10% of the income distribution now account for half, that's 50%, of all consumer spending in the United States. That is an astonishing concentration of purchasing power, and it suggests that the long-term foundations of U.S. economic growth are deeply unsustainable. So, there are all things considered, in 300, there is a very small percentage spending a lot of money. But correct me if I'm wrong, if those people stop spending as much money, then everything else cascades down. Is that about right?
Yeah. So the point I was making in the piece was that the US economy at the moment basically rests on these two pillars. And there's this meme of like the balcony that's
Right.
like creaking, and then it's got these two pillars. And this has been used by a bunch of economists to be like, what are the things that are holding up the US economy? And at the moment, based on that statistic, it's the spending of the wealthy because of that study, and also huge investments in basically what is an AI bubble. And I've written about that. We've talked about that on the show before. And, that isn't particularly sustainable because ultimately all of that stuff is being driven by those at the very top. So consumer spending is being driven by billionaires, millionaires, the people at the very top of the income spectrum. And then there's this, well-known observation amongst economists that those at the top of the income spectrum tend to spend less of every like extra dollar that they earn.
Right.